At SEO Leverage, we are constantly juggling 30, 40 projects or more. And even though we have a team of more than 20 people and are growing really fast, things can get really busy. Over the years, my team and I have been refining a set of 5 tools that help us do our work more efficiently, get more work done, and not lose the overview of what we're doing. Let me show you what these tools are and how we use them. By the way, if you like this video, chances are you're also going to enjoy our other videos we put together that are going to help you grow your business. So don't forget to subscribe down below. Definitely give us a thumbs up, please. This is going to help us reach more people and help more people grow their business. My name is Gerd Mellak. I'm the founder of SEOleverage.com, an agency that focuses on search engine optimization. And the 5 tools you're going to see are exactly what we use every single day to do the best work for our clients in the most productive way when it comes to running this business. Tool number 1, Google Workspace. Google Workspace consists in Gmail, Google Calendar, all the Google Docs, spreadsheets, Google Slides, products and more. And we honestly use them every day. We use Google Drive, which is also a part of it, to store all our files, spreadsheets, every report, all the data we get from our clients. So we know they're in a safe space. Everybody has a 2-step verification to access these. So you get a message to your phone with a code so you can access this account. And this really helped us to make sure that we have an overview about who has access to what, who needs permissions to which parts of the business, with all the security in place, with the permissions handled, and we really don't have to worry about these things anymore. So, tool number 2, Google Calendar. And the reason why I mentioned specifically the Google Calendar as a separate tool, it is part of the Google Workspace suite, is because the Google Calendar was a complete game changer for me. If I remember, when I started to get into productivity and try to get more things done, I was on my own back then, a one-man company, one-man agency essentially, trying to fit all I could in a normal workday. Normal workday was 10, 12, 14 hours back then. I discovered GTD at some point, Getting Things Done from David Allen. This was a very interesting framework and helped me a lot back then, but it was still task list driven. So you had still your list of tasks and there was no time allocation on it whatsoever. It was just a list of tasks. And the list of tasks is really definitely an issue when you get more projects, more clients, more tasks in and handle a team, because at some point you are not going to finish those task lists anymore. With Google Calendar, I discovered a system that forces me now to allocate not only a time when I'm going to do something, but also the time it's going to take. So if I want to read an article, it goes on the calendar and I'm going to assign 10 or 15 minutes to it. If I want to touch base with a friend of mine, as I just literally did half an hour ago, I had a time slot for this. If I want to spend my afternoons with my family and my kids, I have blocked out this time in a calendar. If I want to check out a client's competitor more in detail, I'm going to reserve a spot in my calendar that's going to be taking care of this. So whatever I want to do goes on the calendar. The calendar is the space that essentially handles my day. And in the morning, it gives me really good security about everything being on the calendar, scheduled and ready to go. There is another point that's really important about the calendar, which is that we have a lot of recurring events here. So I want to check out every single project every single week. I want to send a video update to our clients every 2 weeks. I want to get on a call with some clients once a month, for example, to check if we're still in line with their business goals. I want to make sure I check in with my team once a week, the different sub-teams from consultants to writers to link builders and execution team. So we schedule all these things in. R&D, for example, we just had a call with the R&D team as well. These things are repetitive. I want to do this every week, every 2 weeks, every 4 weeks. And this way, the calendar allows me to just reserve this time so this really happens. If I want to do a gym workout, which I probably should schedule in a little bit more, this is going on the schedule as well. So I have my spinning workout there, scheduled every Tuesday, for example. And this really helps organizing the day and helps keeping everything tight and well structured. Tools already? Were you using a calendar? For me, the calendar was really a game changer. So once I started allocating time for the things I wanted to get done, they actually got done. Let's check out the next tools. Tool number 3, Slack. Not sure if you've heard about Slack or not. Essentially, it's a group chat. There are other solutions out there that do a very similar thing. You could do this with Google Workspace as well. You could do this with MS Teams. We use Slack and we really love it. And the reason why we love it is because we don't have internal email anymore. We have a history of whatever conversation we had with a group. We can set up different groups of people. For example, the consulting team has a chat and all the information relevant for everybody on the consulting team goes there. The link building team has another chat. I just send an article to the writing team to check out. And this is how we communicate. So whatever information is out there goes on Slack. The entire team knows that I'm just a Slack message away from them if they need me and want to reach out to me. Account managers are in touch via Slack with the team as well. And I'm in touch with the account managers and every single team member if I want. And Slack is really just something we use every day. I have Slack on my phone. I can send a message if when a thought comes up, a strategy comes up, I can just message someone to check something out. This is just a direct communication channel, but not only to our team, but also to clients. We have clients who use Slack in their company as well, and they invite us as an outsourced company into their Slack workspace or work environment. And what this means is that for them, we are like another team member. They can write us a message as they message their virtual assistant. It's a very frictionless collaboration, and on our side we have the system in place to make sure these messages don't get lost, get processed, and are definitely being taken care of. So being able to bring in external people definitely was a game changer for us as well. We sometimes have this with external freelancers, for example, could be a graphic designer, could be a copywriter. We work here and want to have them in Slack. The podcast editor is on the Slack channel as well. So it's really easy to communicate, have everybody who needs to receive a message or send a message in Slack connected, and we don't have to worry about communication anymore, and we forget completely about internal emails. Tool number 4, ClickUp. I've personally tested probably 20-30 project management systems over the years. Whatever you want to name, Teamwork, Basecamp, Trello, Monday.com, we've tested it all and ended up with ClickUp.com for now, and this is just the best fit for how we operate, for how our company is growing, and has been proven to really work for us as an efficient tool. It really doesn't matter which system you use, but I think it's important that you use one. You need a way to make sure the tasks that need to be done are covered, you know who is doing them, and they know that they are supposed to do them, and you want to know how long this task can take. So very often people just use project management systems without assigning hours to it or the time allocation, but this is a very important feature you want from a project management system. So you or your account manager or whoever is helping knows how many of a certain type of tasks can be assigned to a person, how many can they technically handle on a given day or in a given week, and make sure that your resources are planned well. Tool number 5 is the Apple Notes app. I've been doing a lot of notes in my life and definitely checked out all the notes apps that are recommended out there. And at some point I was like, yeah, let's keep it simple. Let's keep it to the point of what I really need from a notes app. I'm very big on typing, pretty fast at typing. So I'm making notes on my computer all the time. I even make notes on my phone. So I want to have an application that's just everywhere, synchronizes automatically my notes so I have them wherever I need them. And I want to be able to search through those notes. And the easiest solution is very often the best. So as I'm using Apple products, iPhone, I just use the built-in notes application, and I use this every single day for I don't know how many meetings, calls, ideas, etc. Sometimes I just sit on the couch and put down some notes on a mobile phone where I think this might be an interesting strategy for this client, this might be something we can do better in the link building team, this could be something we could improve in the writing process. And these kinds of thoughts are very important not to keep in your head. And this is something I learned from the Getting Things Done method I mentioned earlier as well, where it's a very big difference if you try to keep everything in your head and not forget it, and at night when you go to sleep you're like, yeah, I need to do this and this and this and this and that. Or if you have it both on the Notes app and in the calendar, then it really gets done. You don't have to worry about it, your system works. and then you can really efficiently work and efficiently have a rest. Number 6, this is a bonus. When we talk about apps for business growth, we can't forget one thing. You cannot improve what you can't measure. So the numbers are really, really important. And it took me years to really learn and embrace this concept. But now I think we're really good at knowing our numbers, knowing what we spend, what we earn, where the money goes, where the resources go, where the resources get allocated. And this is really thanks to using good software and a great team that makes sure we gather all the data. I really don't mind which software you use. We were personally using Zoho Invoices, which was a little bit short on our requirements. We were using Xero.com, which was really great. And now we're using a software called Holdit. It really doesn't matter. It matters that you track your expenses, track your income, and ideally tag what kind of expense and what kind of income you have. So at some point you can say how much of this kind of work am I doing and how much do I spend for this kind of work. So you can also define your profit and your costs based on the type of work you're doing. I hope these tips were helpful for you. If you want to grow your business in an efficient and productive way, subscribe down below to this channel because we are publishing a new video every Thursday. So you are going to learn how to use search and some business tips and tricks from marketing companies in order to grow your business.